Hi, everyone. Hi, Marion. You're looking a
Hello.
little dishevelled. What on earth has happened to you?
I just got drenched. Just got drenched with all this DARPA.
DARPA. Oh, my
Where
God.
did
What
you go?
happened?
It rained and the roof leaks and there's a waterfall at the door. So I stood in a waterfall while I got the keys stuck and jammed and the door jammed and stuck and juggled bags of shopping. And yeah, it was very nice. Soaking, freezing. Hello.
Hi. Well, it's lovely to have
Waterfalls
you
in
on the
London.
show. It's lovely to have you back here. I was wondering if you would make it or not, and it's like you've come in with a bit of a drama.
Yeah, trauma. It's all around me.
Oh, anyway, so we can just settle and we can have a nice, calm little sharing. I don't know who's going to turn up, so I am a lot more organized this week. I have conquered some technological problems since.
Cool. What have you been doing?
Well, now hopefully it's going to be live streaming to everyone simultaneously. Let's see if it's working. Yes, that's wonderful. So it's working to Twitter and it's working to. Oh, I don't see it working. I don't see it working on Facebook. Let me refresh the page. So anybody watching now, please share. Yes, we're working on Facebook and we should be working on YouTube. Let us see.
So let me have a look and see if I can find it on.
A very kind man helped me last week when I was having a bit of a meltdown.
Who helped you?
He's somebody on Restream, and I didn't manage to say.
A very kind man.
Yes, there we go. We're on YouTube. So the only thing we're not on is LinkedIn, I don't think. So I'm waiting for LinkedIn to send me their. I think I have to follow it up. And it says that 2 people are watching us, but I think they might just be us as usual. So
I think that's me and you, yeah.
Anyway, so, oh yes, somebody, Charlotte here. Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, would you like to, it's lovely to see you here. I don't know if you've been on our call before, but would you like to introduce yourself and say where you're watching from and why you were drawn to come on to our fabulous show today? Yeah, we're here. It's like there's so much crazy stuff happening right now that it's hard to keep up with it. And before we start talking about all those things, and whilst other people are coming along, which I hope they will do you want to give us a little catch up on where you've been, Marion? What's been happening to you? Like how?
Last week I was at a festival in Cumbria, in the north of the Lake District, and it was really, really lovely. It was very. It was kind of a no mask, no questions type of place. So it was full of activists. I met the most amazing woman called Stacey.
Okay.
Everybody needs to find out a bit more about Stacey.
Was that Manifest Festival?
Manifest, it was called, yeah.
Oh.
So Stacey helps, and she's done it herself. She does like Zoom calls and video calls. She helps you reclaim all of your council tax, all of your, I think, water rates, and all of your TV license, I think, are the things that she goes for.
Reclaim everything that you've ever paid?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Some people get like £20,000-30,000.
Is that true for everyone, or is it
not true for everyone? But everybody will get something, really. What she does is so for example, with the water board, she got the water board to send a analysis of their water, and a few of the levels were illegal. Things like arsenic are actually illegal in the levels of water supply and totally outside of the service level agreement. Because they're outside their own service level agreement, they voided the need for payment. Because we pay by direct debit, this is all if you pay by direct debit. When you pay by direct debit, they've got no signature to say there's a contract. So there is actually no contract. And so if you do that, you get the composition record for your water. You understand how that is now forfeiting the service level agreement, which is forfeiting any contract that you've made with them. And then you go to your bank and you say global overpayment. And the bank have to pay back every bit of direct. What's all that coming up on the screen?
I don't know. I'm just like flashing it up. It's like, can you read it or not read it? So
well, I was halfway through a sentence and it's kind of thrown me off.
Oh, sorry.
I can't read it.
Calm down, Juliet. Calm down. So you got a global payment. Global payment from the
oh
bank.
dear, what's going on?
And your laptop's falling over.
No, it's my phone. You're on my phone. I haven't got my laptop here. My laptop's in the other flat.
Okay, so you're moving around.
I am moving back to my flat this week. So let me just see, is this one?
To everybody who's logging on now, just a hi, we're in the middle of, Marion's doing a massive move between flats across London. And she just got caught in the rain and got absolutely drenched. And she's just saying about how she was at the Manifest Festival last week and how she met this amazing woman called Stacey, who helping people reclaim their council tax and reclaim their water rates where they've been mischarged and where there's levels of arsenic and other things and where they don't actually have a proper agreement because they're paying by direct debit.
Yeah, it's not even legal contract.
It's not.
Whenever they say you're going to be fined or you're going to be charged, they have to use the word may, because may implies the need for consent from me. So it's that there's no, may acknowledges no consent from me. So it actually needs me to play the game to get involved.
So do we have a link for Stacey?
We do. She's got a Telegram channel, but she's also got a YouTube page. Let me see if I can, a Facebook page, I think. I'm just wondering if. See, I've got my old computer here, so look on my phone. I'm just trying to plug my phone.
We could add it in later. So just for everybody's information, we always try to put helpful websites on the YouTube channel underneath the video. So I've already added about 6 different websites today that I'd really advise you to go and look at and follow through on some of the things. There's lots of campaigning information, suggestions of what you can do to support yourself.
Yeah.
Because these are unprecedented times. Now you've gone completely vanished, Marion. I hope you'll come back.
I am still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So whilst you're doing that, sorry I interrupted you, Marion, while you're sharing that. I'm just going to read. Charlotte is here, Linda is here, and Abigail is here. So Charlotte said, hey, I'm listening from Darlington, County Durham, and I just saw your video pop up and felt drawn to listen for support with speaking about this madness and how we can stay in compassion and love. Yeah, so Charlotte, we are, we've been broadcasting for quite a few months now, and we've got Telegram channels and different things, and also the Outsider Support Network to help people as well. Hi, Marianne, all the way from America. Thank you for thank you for logging on. So Marianne, you're part of our Outsider Support Network. You've been on those private Zoom calls as well. So
how are they going?
Well, we've had two quite big groups. We've had 2 calls of I think it's been really helpful. Marianne, can you say how the Outsider Support Network has helped you if you're listening in here? Because the lady from gosh, I'm still struggling with all this. That's it. Yeah, Charlotte is looking for support. So Marianne, if you can tell her anything about the Outsiders Support Network, that might be helpful. And we also have, Alexis is here. Hi, Alexis, are you the Alexis that joined the gardens today? I can't remember your surname, so we had several new people join the Healing Gardens here as well, which is we're another support group here to help people grow organic foods and community, develop the community and mental health support and garden. And everybody who joins also gets fresh produce to take away. And Zoe's here. Hi, Juliet. I loved the Zoom session the other day. I was gutted I couldn't stay for the meditation at the end. I think, Zoe, that's been recorded, so we can send that to you, that lovely meditation. That I think it was Amanda that did it with the angels, so we can send that to you. So people who want to join the Outsiders Social Network, support network, I've put the link down underneath this YouTube video. And what you need to do is join up on the Facebook page, and then we will email you when we're doing the next private Zoom group so that you have a chance to share about what's happening for you. And that support network is specifically for people that are finding themselves isolated from they've either been dumped by their friends or their family because they don't agree to the thing in the arm. And so there's this conflict in the family or between friends, or else people that have been coerced. I was talking to a very dear friend of mine this afternoon that had been very distressed because she'd been coerced by her family and by the NHS into having this in the arm because she thought they pressurized her that she was going to be very ill if she didn't do it. And then she was very distressed that she had done it. And then she was looking to see how it could be removed. Well, I'm not quite sure how that can happen, but she did say she'd got some psychic help with that. Whether that works or not, it's like, I don't really know what to believe, except that what you believe in affects your immune system anyway. So, it may
the placebo effect is kind of part of that, isn't it?
Absolutely. And the other thing is that these people that are being jabbed in the arm, and I'm praying that this is the case for my children because several have they got the placebo? Because there are placebos being rolled out as well.
Yeah. And
that was very interesting. The UK Gov said if you've been triple jabbed, that counts as a double one of those. Sorry for the sign language. We have to appear completely idiotic because we will just get censored. So whether it's a placebo or not, it's still going to count that you've had your thing twice. I mean, how insane is that?
As long as you've got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Regardless, even if it was the placebo and you got 2 placebos, you still have the valid passport.
It just shows how completely nonsensical it all is, the whole thing.
Absolutely.
And it's designed to be nonsensical. Every little bit of this is absolutely nonsensical. And part of the mind control, that's a deliberate part of the behavioral. You were on the call last night, weren't you, Marion, where we were discussing this, how mind control works is like making things very nonsensical so that you don't know what to believe in, and therefore you suspend belief and you do as you're told. You believe whatever you're told in the moment.
Well, what is clear to me is that if people hear the repetitive information, so that information gets repeated enough times, it writes itself into your mind. So it cannot be overwritten very easily. And if anybody says anything that doesn't agree with what they've written in your mind through their repetition, you can't even hear it. Your brain cannot make sense of it and it will not accept it. There's no way it's coming in. It's a type of cognitive dissonance. So it's like, even if you speak like you would to a 4-year-old to explain something very basic and logical, if it doesn't match with one of those pre-written scripts that's been repeated, like see it, say it, sorted, those things. If it doesn't match that, you just instantly go, nonsense. Instantly nonsense. Your brain cannot compute. And it's not that people don't want to. It's incapability, not just a lack of willingness.
Yeah,
It's
because
absolutely, it's like it's written in stone.
yeah.
And just repetition does that.
So they've got a number of techniques, about 10 different techniques that they're using all the time to make sure
Yeah.
that they're gaining full control. So, you know, the one step that you can take is remove yourself from all media, all mainstream media, including Facebook. Facebook is useful because that's also a way of seeing us, of course, but I mean, this is where we're a bit compromised, but anything that's rolling out the party line, the political agenda, if you're absorbing that, like through the Guardian newspaper, for instance, where a lot of my lovely liberal friends are feeling very sure that they're completely up to speed with doing the right thing. In fact, they're being completely mind controlled, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The Times, all those newspapers, all the TV networks, all the social media that's put in across the party line, they're all getting into your brain, and they're
all scripted by the same puppet masters. There's only a few of them. There's like 6 main puppet masters. Every multi-million outlet, voice, narrative process that happens, broadcast that happens, is scripted by one of the same 6.
And they're the people that is funding the thing in the arm as well, that's making billions and billions, billions by that. So, I mean, once you see through it, it's like you think, well, how could I ever have gone along with this? But sometimes it takes a long time for the penny to drop. It might take.
We all believed in Father Christmas.
And we all believed in the BBC and EastEnders and Netflix, for instance. But everything that you see on Netflix is like prepared to prepare your mind, to condition your mind.
If it's being broadcast to millions, you can guarantee it's full of non-fact.
Yeah.
You can guarantee it's full of non-truths. If it's broadcast to millions, regardless, at the moment, the only way to broadcast to millions is to go to one of their channels, and you have to say their narrative, otherwise you'll never get on.
Yeah. You absolutely have to do what you're told. Otherwise, you know, you don't have a voice. That voice that's coming out of the mainstream is totally scripted. And all the people that are co-opted, either through blackmail, through abusing little humans, as many of our politicians are, and social media gurus and celebrities and sports people. There's a massive amount of blackmail going on where people are caught up in that hideous web. So that's why all the celebrities are being used now in these really creepy commercials to sell the thing that pokes you and changes your DNA. So don't believe any of it, you know, and turn off Netflix. So we've got a number of comments here, Marion. Should we look at those before we? Yeah. Or we might go off on another track. So, or maybe just finish this. So we did set up a TV competition to smash your TV, and the person that got the most likes for that would win the prize, which was £200 from me and 200 from Marion as a stay at Healing Waters. Well, unfortunately, only one person seemed to have entered that competition.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a closing date for it. So this is Paul. He's messaging me now. When's the closing date for the competition? And am I the winner? So we need to decide. Will anyone else enter this competition?
Well, I think we need to say 1st of August is the closing date. And if anybody wants to get in before then.
Okay, so let's make the closing date next weekend. Next Friday is the closing date. So if anybody else wants to smash
What's the date? What's the date next Friday?
The date next Friday is, God, who knows what the date is next Friday? I don't know what the date is today.
Can't pick a date and not give me the date, Juliet. I'm rubbish at remembering things at the best of times.
Yeah, me too. So is it the 29th today?
Got no idea. I'm on my old computer and I'm on my phone, so I've got no. Me regular computer would have.
Okay, I'm going to open iCal on my computer and see what comes up. Nothing.
28th today.
Okay, so the 28th. And what day is it? Wednesday.
Yeah.
This is the old way that we did to work out time. It's the 29th Thursday, 30th Friday. Is there a 31 in this month?
Yeah.
31 Saturday, first Sunday, second Monday, third Tuesday, fourth Wednesday. So the closing date is the 4th of. Thank you, Abigail. Thank you. I've had a long day. We've both had long days. So
what's Abigail said?
She said it's the 4th of August, Juliet. Thank you so much.
So that's next Friday.
Not the 4th, the 6th. Yeah, the 6th. Yeah, so
next Friday is the 6th of August.
Okay, so next Friday is the 6th of August. That is the closing date for the competition.
So that's the official closing date.
At 5 o'clock, Friday, the 6th of August. So
5 o'clock.
Yeah. 5 o'clock, 6th
I'm putting it on the Facebook one.
Okay, so to win this competition, you have to smash your TV on a live feed to Facebook, and you have to share it. And the person who gets the maximum amount of shares, is it shares or likes?
Interactions
of any kind. Okay, the maximum number of people looking at it is the one that wins the £400 plus a stay at Healing Waters. That's a fantastic prize, and we're just encouraging you to, we're trying to make a graphic example about how you get away from the mind control. You just have to turn off. You have to come away from the TV, and the TV is just poisoning your mind, and is responsible as the mouthpiece for the beeb, which is rolling out the political agenda that's killing people around the planet. So, that's a small price for Marion and I to pay to encourage you to graphically demonstrate that you just have to smash the thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then Paul, he's had a little bit of a lead, but if you're really good at your social marketing, you could.
He's rubbish at marketing, so he's not going to be difficult to beat. You should get on it.
Yeah, just get on it. So this is the last chance, folks. Okay, so let's just go back and see what's been shared. So, we've got Selena here. Lots of people at last. So we have Zoe, who said she loved the Zoom call, the Outsiders meeting, which was wonderful. That's fantastic. So we haven't decided on the date for the next one, but it'll be in about 2 weeks' time, Zoe. And then we have Alexis, who joined the gardens today, Glastonbury Healing Gardens, and she says she had a really lovely time. That's fantastic. So a big shout out for anybody that either is in the vicinity of Glastonbury and wants to garden, come down to the gardens. And it's £2.50 a month to join, in which in return you get the opportunity to visit the gardens at any time. And what's that funny noise?
I don't know. It's happening when you're speaking.
Oh, that's weird.
Can you hear it as well? Because I wasn't sure you could hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only happening when you're speaking.
Maybe. Oh my God, what have they done to my video?
It's your microphone. Do you want to click the mute button and then unmute yourself? Just, I don't know, see if that works.
Is anything happening now?
Only when you talk.
Oh my God,
that's good, isn't it? Oh, we've got a talk show. Oh, we've got a microphone that crackles every time you talk.
Oh my God, does that mean my computer's ruined now?
I don't know. Maybe just this connection.
I can put in some headphones. I don't know.
Try that. Yeah, try that.
Okay, well, could you explain about the gardens while I'm getting my headphones?
I will. So the gardens are an amazing space. There's 3 huge circular gardens and some other side things happening. There's also a big polytunnel, which has just been erected this year. And when you're a member of the gardens, you can come anytime and you can garden anytime. And the principle of the garden is it's quite a wild garden. So things are, if things begin to grow and seed around, they get left as long as they don't take over. It's kind of managed without real digging. The biggest digging that happens is when you have to dig up the parsnips. I did that last year and left a foot deep hole in the soil because I pulled up some big parsnips. They were very good. And then when you go and work in the garden, if there's any food produced, then some of that can be taken by you, taken home and eaten. So it's distributed around the workers who are there at the time, I think. There's a lot of really interesting fruits and vegetables grown there. And it's obviously the same with every garden, isn't it? You know, when it's courgette season, 6 ton of courgettes. And then when it's artichoke season, there's 6 ton of artichokes. When it's pumpkin season, there's 6 ton of pumpkin. But what it does mean is actually that it really helps to align you even better with nature, because with a natural diet, we would only eat what was glutting, what was harvesting at that time. So this time of year, we'd be living on strawberries. Well, you would be if you were me, because I love them, and it's their season. But I would literally, I'd have strawberries for what, 4, 5, 6 weeks maybe at a max. I imagine the artichokes are coming to the end of their season now, but there will be still some there. Things like broad beans will be coming to the end of their season. So, but the pumpkins are just starting to come through. So it's a really lovely way of keeping in alignment with nature and the seasonal cycles. And also, because the ground is like pristine, it's never been known to Juliet. There's never been any agriculture done on this land that would have involved any kind of chemical or artificial assistance with the growing. So the land is pristine. It's just like it's soil that's never been infiltrated by foreign chemicals and things that things that are not natural, not in alignment with nature, not in alignment with seasons, not in alignment with local places. So when you're in a place, your body is in alignment with that place. That's
you hear me?
Oh, it's your action on here because it's doing the same. That's weird. Yeah. So yeah, I can hear.
That crackling is still happening.
We can hear you, but you're still crackling.
That's really weird.
It is, isn't it? I was
That's really weird because it was crackling when you were speaking as well.
See, I don't hear it when I'm speaking. I only hear it when you're speaking. That's interesting. Yeah, Zoe's saying I'm crackling as well.
I can't hear anything now.
Beautiful tomatoes. And I've put Smash Your Telly on live video stream, win 400 quid and a stay at Healing Water Sanctuary. There we go. That's so Abigail and Zoe, you're on YouTube, aren't you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to YouTube and make sure that you've got the same information. Yeah. So with the gardens, Juliet, what's your sense of? Can you hear now, Juliet? Yeah. Can you hear now? I think Juliet's lost the sound.
Look in the chat below.
Can you hear me now? Can't hear anything. Oh dear, what's happened?
I've got my bag of wires.
It's not helping, is it really?
La la la.
But yeah, let me send her a message. Put earphones back in.
Is this any better?
Speak to me.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can, yeah, it's just the same. It's exactly the same. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Julie? Come through. Come through.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Oh dear. My spelling's a bit off. So let me just tell her. Put the earphones back in. If we were on the telly, it's called dead air. We're doing dead air. I'm typing while I'm supposed to be online. That's
so sorry, everybody. It's like every week I finally get this figured out. So if you just the microphone, when I just put the microphone in, I can hear myself when you're talking. Can you hear me, Marion? Interesting, because now Marion has left the show, but I'm sure she's doing something useful. So thank you so much, everybody. Hi, Marion.
hello.
Last minute, isn't it?
Oh, your sound is really awful, Juliet. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but I don't know what's going on.
Do you want to leave and come back in again?
Okay.
See if that helps. Because it's really, really super crackly, isn't it? So, hello. Just me and you then. What do we talk about? It's like being on a first date. You don't know what to say. So let me see. There is a message here from Alexis. Yes, I am, and had a lovely time. Thank you. So you're part of Juliet's Gardens. So it's a community garden, and what happens is you pay a membership subscription. Juliet did just mention how much it is. It's not very much a month, and that then entitles you to spend any amount of time in the garden. The other thing that happens with the gardens is because Juliet's a really amazing healing facilitator. She helps people with trauma-based or trauma resolution. It's what she's really good at helping people to do, to resolve traumas. And one of the things that really helps us with trauma resolution is reconnecting to nature and actually re-establishing our connection with nature. So this whole thing about staying in alignment with the seasons and being aligned with what's going on in the garden from a seasonal perspective is all part of rebalancing your system. And when we've been thrown out of whack with trauma, the system needs to be rebalanced. So having this harmonious relationship with nature while you're in healing waters and in the healing gardens is all part of the healing needed to help us to release the old trauma that's actually a global phenomenon as well as personal and social. It's on every single level. So we've got individual cells that can be traumatized, and at the moment we've got like the whole planet is also traumatized and everything in between along with it. So we all need to reconnect to what balances us and what really helps to balance us is she's gonna get she did leave me a message.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear it.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Marion?
All I can hear is crackling, Julia.
It crackles no matter what I do.
I can just about hear you over the crackles. What to do?
I said crackles no matter what I do, whether I plug them in earphones or whatever. How is it for people who are listening?
Yeah, ask again.
How does it sound to people listening on the outside?
Terrible. Can't hear a bloody thing.
Oh, that's so awful, isn't it?
I know.
Well, we can go out and come again.
Yeah, let's try that.
So everybody who's watching, can you please just make sure that you click on again when we just turn this off and start again. Okay.
Hang on a minute. Let me just do something.
Is it on your end?
sound isn't too bad on YouTube, actually.
Okay.
It sounds worse to me than it does when you listen on YouTube.
I don't know if it is my computer making
Yeah.
noise.
Abigail said on YouTube they can hear us both. I'm breaking up a little bit. There's nothing new there. Staying home is not easy for me. What can I say?
I would have loved to do the Zoom, but I don't do Facebook. It's fine if you want to do the Zoom session, Abigail. You just need to give me your email address. The only thing about Facebook is just that we register. It's a private group. You just register your email address in there. So you just set your email address. You can send it on Messenger if you like to me, Abigail.
Abigail's actually thinking this is having the easiest time out of everybody. It's whoever's on Facebook. It's the. Let me just see what it says. Where's the most recent message?
I'm so sorry, everybody, that this is happening like this. Julie says sounds breaking up. Is not good. Abigail says they can hear us both. Yeah, Abigail, just send me your email address and we'll line you up for the next Zoom and tie you into the Telegram group. So for those, oh, Rachel had a delicious, hi Rachel, delicious artichokes. We've got tons of broad beans at the moment. And Zoe says you're crackling as well, Marion.
So I'm just copying the messages that I put into Facebook. I'm copying them into YouTube so that everybody's got the same information.
Okay. Alexis says, what is the competition? Where will I find the info? Alexis, you have to listen again to this video if you can bear the crackling. So the closing date
is on YouTube
Friday. And it involves you smashing up your TV on a live Facebook live video and sharing it and seeing how many people interact so that we can put out the message about the need to smash our TVs. And the prize is £400 plus a stay at Dealing Waters. And
so
somebody,
Renee's left an email for us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Under the video, so you've got one email there. It's telling me there's 15 comments, but I can actually only see one.
Okay, and Rachel says she banned her children from watching anything except DVDs. Absolutely.
DVDs? What are you
saying
about DVDs?
She says Rachel only lets her children watch selected DVDs, but Rachel, watch out, don't give them the Disney ones. I'm sure you won't, because that's absolutely full of vile satanic stuff, the Disney DVDs. Okie dokie, what are we going to do?
So the sound is really scrambled on Facebook. Like properly scrambled. Can you hear me at all, Juliet?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, sound isn't good. Renee is saying, Julia is actually. Renee says we're scrambled like a pair of eggs. We are. And then we've got Julie saying sound isn't very good.
Okay, I think we just have to either turn off and come back on again, or just push ahead. Oh, it's clearer now. Sharon's there.
Sorry?
Sharon says it's clearer now.
Oh, good. So you just have to.
Maybe they're trying to jam the signals. Oh, Renee says she can hear us just fine and get big refunds with Stacey. What's that mean?
That's me. I've sent Stacey's World Rocks is the Telegram channel about the lady who helps people get big refunds from their council tax, water rate, and TV license. And the reason we need to get these refunded is because they've charged us illegally. These are absolutely illegal charges to start with. And then they haven't even created legal contracts. They are unlawful. They're not even agreements. They're an unlawful attempt at an agreement that's never been agreed upon. And they're whipping our asses like we owe them something, and we don't. And so if you look, especially since the beginning of the whole shenanigans, nobody's been to a library or a swimming pool or any of these facilities that we all pay council tax for.
Yeah,
So
it's outrageous.
we shouldn't have been paying any of it. And to be honest, even the bin men, you can hire a private bin man for about a £5 a trip, and they'll do 1,000,000 times better job than any bloody local council truck. So this is one of the ways that we need to understand how we can start living differently and better in future, is we need to be sovereign beings and stop relying on the state to do anything for us. We can do it all. There are people who are good at making pavements. There are people who like doing the bins. There are people who like sorting out the drains. There are men and women who are trained and skillful to do all of those jobs. So if we need to have them work in our community, we should pay them through our community and not pay into some centralized central something somewhere when the money falls down the back pit.
I'm not even going. So sorry. Yeah.
Go on, what were you saying?
I was just going to say, it's like, this is so important what you're saying, Marion, not to pay into the central thing, and not even to try and get help from the central thing. But no. I decided not even to go for funding. It's so much better to put my energy into creating my own business and generating income for myself than applying to the council for funding about anything.
Yeah. Absolutely. We need to sort our shit out. We need to sort our stuff out as a community. When we pay any taxes that go into the government, that money doesn't get recycled at that point back into services. Everything we pay into the government disappears down a black hole into private corporate trust funds. It passes through about probably 10 different agencies before it would ever come back to us. Every agency is making a profit because it's another faceless corporation. So even though we think we're paying for our roads to be done, no, we're not. We're not paying for that. We're actually, because they then embezzle the money back to pay their mates. It is absolute. Every penny we pay them increases debt and reduces our personal wealth. And it's designed to do that. The way the social security system has been set up, the way the centralised government and centralised banking have been set up, they are siphoning off value. That's all they're doing, and creating debt. Money is designed to siphon off value and create debt.
So, we're all debt slaves, so it's down to us to say no more, and just like we don't need this system that's capturing our lifeblood and our energy and abusing children and sticking poisonous stuff into our bodies and making us feel like we need it and to be frightened of something. There's nothing to be frightened of. And there's
we need to notice where we rely on the system. We need to notice it. Things like, so for me, I have a council flat. I pay council rent. So I'm absolutely relying on the system for that. But I also actually know a lot of landlords. And at the moment, I'm in the process of creating enough wealth that I could buy a property outright with cash by this time next year anyway. So within a year, I will not be in their clutches for anything.
Yeah,
because I'm creating my own wealth. I can afford to live wherever I want. If anybody is listening and is interested in creating their own wealth, you need to contact me and Juliet, because we've discovered a process that helps to do this. We don't need to talk about that, but absolutely, if you want to create enough wealth that you can step out of the system, let us know, because we know how to help you to do it.
So Rachel wants to know how to get the refunds. We're going to put the link on here later, Rachel.
It's on already. It's the Telegraph group. The Telegraph group with Stacey.
Look down below, and there's also a link.
It's actually above. So it's actually above. Rachel, if you scroll up on the messages, you'll see the Telegram group called Stacey's World Rocks. You need to go and join that group and let her know that Marion sent you. Marion from Manifest sent you. So I'll get some brownie points with Stacey. But yeah, she'll the group's full of people's screenshots of refund after refund after refund after refund after refund. Magic. Stacey's magic. What she also says is protesting is begging for change. We don't need to beg for change. We need to make it. We need to stop protesting that they're doing the wrong thing. And we need to start doing the right thing, which isn't standing outside of government buildings. Protesting is allowing them to stay in charge. Because if we protest, we are automatically giving someone the authority over our subservience. And in our subservience, we say, oh, we want better. We want freedom. Don't want freedom. Fucking take it. Take your freedom and sort your shit out.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit
irate.
Militant.
Exactly. It's like, if I can do it, why, everybody can do it. Everything that I have here, I built myself.
Yeah.
I didn't have money given to me by anyone. As a homeless, pregnant woman in my mid-30s, I started this, and I've built every little bit of it. And this is a model for all of you, that you can all start your community gardens or whatever business you want to start. It's for you to harness your passion, your life force, and put it to service to your family and friends around you, to your community.
Yes. So Zoe's asking about the next wealth creation meeting. There's one tomorrow at 8:00. So we can send the Zoom links. So make sure. Oh dear, my E's not working. So there is there's a meeting tomorrow at 8 p.m. Yeah, we'll get the Zoom link for you. I know I haven't got it to hand.
Yeah.
We can get the Zoom link for you, and we'll put it. We'll make sure it's available. It's 8:00 tomorrow. So connect with us on either on YouTube or on Facebook. Are you on Facebook, Zoe? You're not on Facebook, are you? I don't think so.
So both Marion and I are connected to a lot of sites, a lot of initiatives, like mini hubs, that whatever is going on in your life, we can direct you into these channels that support you moving towards your sovereignty. And that there is, this whole stuff's been going on with this stuff in the world that's created disastrous effects, with thousands, hundreds of thousands of people being severely injured now, and thousands of people that have actually died. And now they are after the children, and we're really got under a time pressure before the children go back to school to protect them. And underneath this video, I have put the links to various important organisations. It's still crackling, but I'll just tell you what they are, and for you to go onto those sites and to look. So one is called the Informed Parent, which gives you a lot of resources to stand up about what's going on. So if you're a parent, please check that out, the Informed Parent. I've also put a link to Mindspace, which is the government initiative and how they are planning to mind control us, to understand the hypnosis that they're putting on the population, and the NLP techniques they're using against us. And UK Column also talks about that in depth. So UK Column News is a very important one to be watching.
Yeah.
And there's another one which is, hang on, I have to put my glasses. Oh yes, it's called the not on the Beeb. That's a really important website to look at. They're calling for an urgent investigation, and there's a petition there to sign if you want to sign that. Not on the Beeb, it gives you a lot of information, and there's a call to all health professionals. And what else? Oh, Doctors for COV ethics. So that's a very important one to watch.
Oh dear, I'm about to run out of battery on my computer.
You're about to run out of battery. Okay, so we might lose you. We're almost at the end of this video. But just, you know, there's a lot of good news happening, even though the mainstream media, you are free, Rachel. It's fantastic. Absolutely. And yeah, although the mainstream media is not reporting all the good news that's happening, there's millions and millions of people. I saw a really funny thing the other day where map spreaders were siphoning map through Macron's windows in France. The French are really standing.
Juliet, that's a few years old.
Oh my God, that's disappointing. But anyway,
I know. But what I did hear was that there is a report that the report is that they've actually burned down some of the test centres or something. Again, I've not had confirmation that that's true, but I did see a couple of people say that's an old bit of footage from the farmers spewing sewage everywhere. But who's to say they haven't done it again? Because if they've done it once, they might do it again.
And then a whole hospital in France has come out on strike against the mandated things. The French are really up in arms about it. And the other report that I've just had yesterday from I don't know what, I can't remember what her name is. Okay, Marion is gone. I expect her back. Oh, she's popped back on another. You're popping out and popping in again. How did you do that?
No, I did. I thought you popped out and popped in again. Didn't know it was me.
Maybe they're just trying to sabotage our call. Let's be paranoid. So, Christine,
about the weather. I totally think this weather's being manipulated.
Absolutely. All over the world, and in Germany, apparently bodies have been found hanging from trees, and whether part of this flooding is the flooding of the tunnels, the washing out of the tunnels.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, I think it was Christine in America, that from her info sources, she said that the Three Gorges Dam is just about cracking and about to go to be burst.
Wow.
The Three Gorges Dam in China, then that's.
What is that being hit by flooding as well? Then the dam, yeah.
No, I think it's deliberately been destroyed. There's been a talk of it for the last year about when will the Three Gorges Dam go? Because when it does, it's like a big attack by the good guys on the cabal. So I have put links to all these things in my Telegram channel that we're alluding to, and the link to my Telegram channel is underneath this video. And do join the Telegram. I've never put on the opportunity for you to put comments so we can discuss these things, and you can refer us to other information. So it's really important for us all to research here together.
Crucial.
Absolutely crucial.
I'm just looking. I'm busy. I'm a bit distracted because I am actually looking to see if there's a call tonight at 8 o'clock. I think there might be one tonight at 8 o'clock. BST. Okay. I found one for 11 this morning, but it might. But there's definitely one going on tomorrow night. So yeah.
Just before we finish, we're coming to time. Does anybody want to share how they are at the moment, or what's helpful for them? What have you found that's helpful?
Yeah, it'd be good to hear from you. Tell us what's going on for you. Yeah, there's a lot of I think for me, what's really clear is there's a lot of panic, or maybe not panic, but forceful change, forceful movements towards disaster, darling, going on. And it's like, the pushing through of the reset and other things that need economic collapse are being really thrown into the mix very quickly. And there was I noted a conversation the other day where people were talking about, it would take them a couple of years to do this. And it's the way they've manipulated the Chinese population, the way the CCP have manipulated the Chinese population. But what's happening is, what they were doing over those years, where they were learning how to do it. But now that they can do it in weeks. So what may have taken 10 years to do in China can take 2 weeks to do now globally. Because they learned how to do it. And because they've got the whole program trauma running really heightened, and this massive division within that, now is the time for them to drop as much shit down the gap of the division as they can.
Yeah.
To make the division even more stark. And the division assists with their dastardly plan.
Yeah, Abigail says, I feel that there is something massive coming and we won't be able to stop it. Yep. So the outcome depends upon you, Abigail. It's like you've got to get yourself resourced and in a good state, and what you're seeing is what is actually what you're going to get. So if you focus on like, oh, there's some awful thing going on, that's, your mind is going to be fixated on that. But if you start stepping into your power and co-creating, then that's what you will see. It's like we're at this balance point at the moment, and what you do is really, really important. If you lower your vibration and you're just in fear, that's where they want you to be.
We have to recognize, how fear is actually what they want. So whenever we are in fear, we are actually giving them what they want. And the only way to not be in fear, I sense it, for me anyway, is to really focus on what I do want and to feel what it's like to have what I do want, or to have confidence that what I do want is in process, is in progress, and is being created by me, and by me doing things to create that.
Yes.
So I know it's happening because I'm causing it. Now, I might not know the end point, but I know I'm taking steps. And that for me is the only way to stay balanced in all of the fear, because otherwise you would just go bury your head in a pile of shit, wouldn't you, really, and hide? I would.
It's a real trauma healing approach. It's like you have to do what empowers you, and to really get that in your body, to get inspired by it and feel the power in your body. I am doing things that actually generate some juice for me. I'm excited about life. I'm excited about what I can do. And that generates out to other people, and it's really, really healing. So each one of you has amazing potential for change here and making a big difference in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you want? That's the most important question of the times. What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
What can you take towards it? That's it. That's all you need to know. What do you want, and what steps are you taking towards it? That's it. That's all we need.
Yeah. What's the next step for you? What do you want, and what's the next step? That's all you need to think about. And turn off the mind control stuff.
When I do a thing called a future self exploration, and every time I've ever done my own future self exploration, she's in a hammock, and I am going to be moving to Mexico for 6 months from the middle of September. So I'm doing everything to be that future self in a hammock. Everything physically possible right now, and making sure that on the 14th of September I will be in Mexico. And as I say, because of this whole wealth creation thing, it's happening regardless, wherever I am in the world. So I have now got a regular income that's in the thousands of dollars every week. And it's taken all of my pension to do it, but I'm doing it right now. So I'm happily skipping off to Mexico, making exactly what I do want to happen. I'm running a retreat. If any of you are interested, it's got the full moon and the equinox happening at the same time. So I'm having a 3-night, 4-day retreat on the beach in Mexico. Come and join me. And Juliet is busy sorting out the gardens. Are really doing quite well, I sense. And also the step you're taking with Jill, which is about helping people in families who feel like the outsider, bringing them together and helping them have a safe place to rest.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the other thing that I'm doing is I'm launching my trauma skills training for the second time this year, because it's already completely full up. So we're launching a new one in October.
Nice.
We're halfway through the other one, a new one in October, and also the advanced training. So more and more people are needing trauma skills so that they can help others. And this is a wonderful opportunity for you both to work on your own trauma and to acquire the skills to be able to help your family and to help your friends, and to have trauma skills as an additional, a real support for the work that you do. Because if you can stay cool and calm, no matter what's going on, then you're going to achieve a lot more than if you get activated and triggered all the time. So this trauma skills training is really, really important. And I'm just like taking it a whole another step ahead and building a team. I've employed several people who were in the system that was under pressure to conform in some way with these terrible mandates and things, and now they're going to be part of the Healing Gardens and helping at Healing Waters. So that's what I'm doing, and that's supported by the same wealth creation scheme as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, amazing. Abigail said we're amazing. Well, should I am, but I know she'll say the same about you as well.
We're
So Zoe's got Messenger. So Zoe, message me or Juliet to get the invite for tomorrow, my darling. Abigail said she's already done that. Rachel's free. So Rachel is going to come and get wealth and get a refund sorted. So Rachel, Abigail, Zoe, and anyone else who's on. Let me have a look who else is on. Oh, I can't see it now. I've lost that screen. Yeah, get in touch with us and we will give you the relevant information to help you. I'm going to die any moment now. My battery is saying 1%, Juliet.
Okay.
So I'm about to expire.
Oh my God. Oh, I think you could go and put your feet up when you expire.
I will.
Feet up in your hammock in heaven.
I will. All right, everybody.
So lots of love, and contact us if you need any help. We're hubs. We're networking. Yeah. Oh yeah, how do we do
that? Oh. All right, lovely. Right, I'm going because it's like 1% is flashing now.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye.